guys, it's Miss Viella. I want to go over today's math lesson for today. Today is Monday, 4/27. When you open up the attachment, here's your FSA countdown page that you need to complete. When you scroll down, you're going to see the worksheet page that you need to complete for today's lesson. Today's lesson is on area and perimeter again, but more specifically on finding the missing side length when you're given the perimeter. We did finding the missing side length when you're given the area last week on Thursday, okay? So for your FSA countdown page, this whole page is on area and perimeter, okay? Which we did last week on Thursday, and we're doing it again today. So if you have any other questions on these, send me a private message on Edmodo and I can help you out, or we can set up a private Zoom meeting. You just have to let me know. Okay, so today's lesson for right now, I'm going to switch this around so you can see my board. Okay, so I just want to review with you really quickly area and perimeter. We said area last week was length times width. And again, you can have this written down for yourself when you take the quiz because this is given to you on your reference sheet for your FSA. Perimeter, remember, is length plus width plus width. So there's two lengths, there's two widths, and we add up all the sides to find the perimeter, okay? And we did some regular area and perimeter problems last week on Thursday. So today I'm just gonna go over finding the missing side length when you're given the perimeter, okay? So you're given the perimeter, okay? Sorry about that. So when we did find the missing side lengths when you're given the area, there was one step, and that's it. You just had to divide the area by the side length that you are given. So for today, given the perimeter, there's 3 steps. So I'm going to write those out for you, okay? So you should be writing these down to help you with your worksheet and help you with your Imagine Math lesson and your quiz, okay? So step 1 is to add the sides you are given. For example, you might be given a question that says, I have a backyard, I want to put a fence around it. The length is 13 feet of my yard. So I am telling you that the length is 13 feet, okay? I'm going to tell you that the perimeter is, let's say 3, okay? 3 feet. Oops, I'm sorry. Your perimeter is going to be 42 feet. Forgot, I'm not giving you the other side length. That's what we have to find, actually. So you're given the side length of 13 feet, and I'm telling you the perimeter is 42 feet, okay? It's not squared because we're talking about perimeter, not area, okay? So the perimeter is the outer edge, okay? So we're going to add the sides you are given because you're given the side length of 13, but if I know that side length, I also know this side length because they are the same. So 13 feet, I'm going to add them together. 13 plus 13. That's my step number 1, is 26 feet. So I added the side lengths that I am given. Step 2 is to subtract that from the perimeter. Okay, so I'm given the perimeter of 42 feet. So I added my side length, 13 plus 13, I got 26 feet. You could also multiply by 2 if you want to. Now I'm going to subtract that from the perimeter. The perimeter is 42. I'm going to do 42 minus the 26 that I got, the 26 feet. Okay? And when I subtract that, I get 16. Okay? That is not my missing side length because we have one more step. There's not really one missing side length. There's really two missing side lengths. So I'm going to take my answer here, 16 now, and divide it by 2. And that's going to give you your one side length here. So my last step is to divide by 2. Okay, so I'm going to do 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So my missing width here is 8 feet. 8 feet. And I can check myself by finding the perimeter. Remember, perimeter is length plus width plus width. So whatever answer you get, you should be adding up all your sides to check yourself. So I'm going to add them all up. I'm going to add 13 plus 13 plus, I said my missing side length is 8. So if this side length is 8, this width is 8. So 8 plus 8. When I add up all of my sides, length plus width, I should get an answer of 42. That's what they're telling me the perimeter is. So if I do that, 13 plus 13 gave me 26, and 8 plus 8 gave me 16. So if I do 26 plus 16, do I get 42? Yes, I do. So I know my answer is correct. Okay? 3 steps. Alrighty, I'm going to write them down again for you so it's a little easier to see because I did a problem, an example with those steps. So remember, finding the missing side length when you're given the perimeter. So step 1, add the sides you're given. Step 2, subtract your answer from the perimeter. And some of you give it that as your answer. You stop there, but there's that third step. The third step is to divide by 2. Okay? So I'm going to give you another example where we're going to do that. So my example is going to be, all right, so I'm going to give you a rectangle. I'm going to tell you that the length is 12 inches. So here's 12 inches. I'm going to tell you that the perimeter equals 38 inches. Okay? I want you to tell me the missing side length. What is the width? I don't know. So let's follow our steps. Step 1, add the sides you're given. So if this side is 12, this side is 12. So I'm going to add 12 plus 12 equals 24. That's my first step. Step 2, subtract your answer from the perimeter. Here's the perimeter. They gave it to me. It's 38. So I'm going to subtract 38 minus the 24, and I get 14. 14 is not my answer, and some of you think that it is because I actually have those 2 sides. They're both the same length. They're the same width. So now I have to take my answer, 14, and divide that by 2 widths. So I'm going to do 14 divided by 2, and that equals 7 inches. My missing width is 7 inches. And if I check myself, I'm going to add up 12 plus 7 plus 7, and I will get an answer of 38 inches. Now, if you accidentally put 14 as your answer here, if you added up 12 plus 14 plus 14, you would not get 38 as your perimeter. Okay? All right, let's do one more example like that. All right, let's say we have a rectangle. I'm going to tell you that the width is 6 yards. The width is 6 yards. The perimeter equals, let's see, 54 yards. Okay? So remember, perimeter is length plus width, adding up all the sides, okay? So, and I always draw a picture to help me out. So my first step, add the sides you're given. This side is 6, so this side is 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Step 2, subtract that answer from the perimeter. The perimeter is 54. So 54 minus 12 gives me 42. My last step is to take that answer and divide it by 2. So 42 divided by 2 equals 21. 21 yards. Don't forget your units. Same with on your quiz. Your units. Is it yards, feet, inches? Are we squaring it? Is it area? Or are we just finding a missing side length because you do not square those? Okay? All right, that was how you find the missing side length when you're given the perimeter. Okay? If you have any other questions about that, please send me a private message on Edmodo, and I can help you out on Edmodo, or we can set up a private Zoom meeting. Don't forget, though, we do have our small group meetings every Thursday. So if you have questions about this and you want to hold them till Thursday, you can ask then, and we can go over it, okay? Today's code word is going to be incentive. We've been talking a lot about incentives, on how we can get some of our work turned in and what we want as a reward for doing those things. So this is going to be my code word for today. And if you have any other ideas about incentives, you can always send me or Mr. Hemmings a message about that, okay? So anything to get you pumped up about doing your work. Alrighty, have a good day. Bye.